All right, so what a crazy week for tennis. Starting with the Sinner win in the Shanghai Masters up against Djokovic. I mean, Sinner just continues to just dominate. This man has not lost against Djokovic since the ATP finals of last year when he went up against him the second time. That is insane. Sinner somehow manages to come back to even up the record at 4-all. Djokovic still doing great. It's just he can't seem to get over this Sinner hurdle. And we can really see 2024 was really the year where we can see Alcaraz and Sinner just overall dominating the entire tennis scene, from winning all the Grand Slams. Next gen is here finally, right? If it wasn't here already, well, it's here now. This is probably the first year in a while where we have had winners other than Djokovic himself getting Grand Slam finals and actually winning the entire Grand Slam tournament. So pretty insane to see Sinner's development. I've been watching him ever since that ATP finals of 2023 last year. The improvement that he made when he brought on a new coach. But I do recognize him, and let me tell you, it has made a drastic improvement for Sinner. So congrats to Sinner for another Masters title under his belt. I mostly wanted to talk about the stuff that happened this past week. Everything that happened in Shanghai Masters, including Tiafoe and Tsitsipas having issues, but also Rafael Nadal and Roger Federer also being involved in an exhibition match. So let's start talking about Rafael Nadal. I have seen this guy time and time again. In highlights, I would actually see this man very often. I didn't think too much of his play style at the time when I got into tennis. Now, this was about 2015, and he never really impressed me until I started paying attention to him often when I started watching French Open matches and many of his other highlights as well. It's really made me gain respect overall for Rafael Nadal. The fact that he's won this many French Open titles, I don't think anybody's going to beat that anytime soon. Maybe not even Alcaraz, who knows? But only time will tell. Right, so we gotta let it play out a little bit. But this guy has been around the tour for so many years. I believe he turned pro at 2001. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the fact that he spent that much time being involved in the professional tour for that long, not everyone even gets that kind of lifestyle. I mean, most people will probably go up until they hit their 30s. Right? At least that was the trend back then when we watched players back in 2005. And then from there, they would retire when they hit their 30s, right? You saw Nalbandian, Hewitt, even Davydenko, those guys, when they hit their 30s, unfortunately had injuries and just end up retiring because of it. But Nadal, he sustained so many injuries, and yet here he is, still playing up until he called it quits. And seeing this guy, continue to push himself to win more tournaments, even when his body was on the verge of giving up, I commend him, seriously. So, hope Nadal has a great time enjoying with his family and his friends, and that's that. So, next I want to talk about Tsitsipas and Tiafoe. Where do I even begin with this? So let's start with Tiafoe just cursing at the umpire right after the match, not going into his favor. All right, if you watch the clip, he was trying to serve, but it seemed like it looked like he was kind of testing his toss, but he tossed the ball up, and then he was given time violation. Tiafoe went up to the umpire, started complaining, and then after the complaint, right, he just played the point afterwards, second serve, and by the end of the match started cursing. Then we had Tsitsipas essentially kind of do the same thing, went up to the umpire after a time violation, and then basically goes up to the umpire and says, "Hey, I'm one of the most consistent servers on the tour." I don't know what to think about that. I mean, that's a little naive to even come out and say. And you wonder why some people don't like Tsitsipas for the things that he says sometimes, but that's what it is. I'm just the guy that watches it, but and then of course we had the exhibition match with Federer. We watched some of the stuff that happened behind the scenes, even in Instagram. them basically playing table tennis, and then from there went on to play on the courts, you know, have a little fun time, just a little exhibition match, and watching Roger Federer once again. You know, he still got it. Talent is there, right? Skills are still there. Pretty awesome to see Roger Federer still playing exhibition matches here and there whenever time calls for it. And now we move on to the ATP finals to pretty much end it off. Who do you guys got? What do you guys think about this past week, right? Was it a good week for Shanghai and in tennis in general, right? Did you guys enjoy it? Did you guys not care about it too much, right? Let me know down in the comments below. But also, anyone that's looking forward to the ATP finals, who do you guys think will win? If you want to see more videos like this, this is just actually my first time filming a video like this about tennis in general. So if you guys enjoy this kind of content, maybe I'll make some more, who knows?